Listen closely. Before the roar of the crowd, before the contract, before the headlines, there is the cost. Every footballer who quits doesn't fail because they lacked talent. They fail because they miscalculated the price. I know the feeling, the doubt that hits you at 3 a.m., the anxiety on the morning of a tryout, the shame of being told you're not quite ready. It's an invisible weight that crushes more dreams than any opponent ever could. We all want the glory, we all want the big leagues, but how many of you are willing to spend the next 10 years in the shadows, perfecting a skill no one will ever see? Most players break when they realize the gap between wanting it and earning it is a vast, lonely desert. They surrender to the pain, the comparison, and the quiet lie that tells them, you've done enough. This is the hard truth. This is why most fail. And today, we expose the 3 pillars of that failure so you can build the foundation of your unstoppable future. You are training wrong because you are lying to yourself about the sacrifice gap. What is the sacrifice gap? It's the difference between what you are willing to give up and what is actually required to make it. You train 2 hours a day and you think that's dedication. But what about the other 22 hours? Where is the commitment when the coach isn't watching? Are you optimizing your sleep for muscle recovery or sacrificing it for video games? Are you watching game film to analyze your positioning or watching viral clips to pass the time? Are you avoiding every single piece of junk food, or is that one cheat meal becoming an everyday compromise? Most footballers only pay the visible cost, the practice time, but the elite pay the invisible cost, the discipline over their diet, the meticulous recovery, the obsessive study of the game, the social sacrifices. They fall in love with the work, not the reward. They understand that the success you crave is built not on the pitch, but in the choices you make when no one is watching. The pain isn't the intense drill. The real failure is choosing comfort when greatness demands discomfort. Close the sacrifice gap. The game is played on a grass field, but it is won in the space between your ears. Let's talk about the emotional engine, the one part of your game you never truly train. You can be the fastest, the strongest, the most skilled, but the moment you let one bad call, one bad tackle, or one harsh word derail your focus, your entire game collapses. That red mist, that desire to argue with the referee, that sulking after a missed shot, that is your weakness, and opponents smell it like blood in the water. The true champion doesn't just manage their emotions, they weaponize them. When a crowd is against them, they don't retreat, they feed on the energy. When they miss a chance, they don't dwell. They convert the frustration into a fierce, immediate pressure on the next play. This is the concept of emotional defiance. You are telling the universe, your opponent, and your own weary body, my commitment to victory is greater than my capacity for fatigue or frustration. You train this by setting mental challenges. Run until you want to quit, then run 1 more minute. Handle a coach's criticism without flinching, then apply the correction immediately. Motivation is fleeting. Emotional resilience is the only fuel that burns for 90 minutes and beyond. Scouts aren't looking for flair, they are looking for value. You must become undeniably valuable. Here is how you build the 3 pillars of undeniable value. Pillar 1, master the information speed. The ball moves at the speed of the foot. The game is played at the speed of thought. The average footballer is reacting to what just happened. The elite footballer is reacting to what they know is going to happen. Your most important muscle is the one that scans the pitch 3 times before the ball even reaches you. It's the ability to process information instantly. Practical drill. Practice the look away. When receiving the ball, force yourself to look at the keeper or the furthest winger before your first touch. This trains your brain to process the entire picture. Your value is directly proportional to the speed and accuracy of your decisions. Pillar 2, the culture of control. You cannot control the referee, the weather, or the talent of your opponents, but you must control the 2 things that matter, your attitude and your effort. And the strongest expression of control is communication. Are you a silent genius or a vocal engine? Coaches don't bench vocal leaders, even on a bad day, because the leader is adding value by organizing the team. Practical drill. Next practice, assign yourself a minimum of 30 verbal commands before the session is half over. Demand the ball, organize the line, be the loudest player on the pitch. Pillar 3, the recovery metric. Most failure comes down to stamina or focus. It's not about being tired, it's about losing attention. The elite player's best skill isn't the goal, it's the immediate 10-second reset after a mistake. The goal is to maintain a perfect defensive shape immediately after losing the ball. We call this the recovery metric. Practical drill. In practice, every time you lose the ball, force yourself to sprint for 5 seconds toward the nearest opponent or passing lane without complaint or looking at the ground. Train the immediate response. Stop viewing your failure as a moment of shame and start viewing it as a trigger for immediate, violent effort. You now hold the keys. You know the secrets. You understand the sacrifice gap, the emotional engine, and the 3 pillars of undeniable value. The only thing separating you from the player you want to be is the courage to stop lying to yourself. You are going to be tired. You are going to be frustrated. You are going to be told no. And in that moment, you have a choice. You can take the easy path, the path of average effort, quiet comparison, and endless excuses, the path that leads to failure. Or you can take the unflinching oath of the champion. I will not let my temporary exhaustion betray my permanent ambition. I will not seek validation. I will seek improvement. I will not quit on the person I am capable of becoming. Take that oath. Commit to the invisible cost. Commit to the relentless discipline. The work starts now. The pain is temporary. The legend is forever. If you're still watching, you have the heart of a champion. Don't just watch this video, internalize it and act on it. Smash that like button if you are ready to take the unflinching oath of the champion. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications because we will never stop building greatness. We have more drills, more mindset training, and more motivation coming every single week. Now stop watching, get out there, demand the best from yourself. The time for excuses is over. Let's go.